We set off on an adventure, oh so grand.
Favorite song, K-Pro?
With treasure maps in hand, we took a stand. Through dark winding caves and hidden clues, searching for answers to ancient riddles we pursued.
Hey, everybody. Today's not Monday. Today's not Thursday. What day is it, K-Pro?
Saturday. It's the day of Saturday and of the Netflix show, and you're excited to be here, and I can already tell.
Ooh, mute that. Okay.
Sorry.
All right, today is Saturday, June 28th, 2025, and we couldn't wait till Monday for some reason. K-Pro's like, get it going. She snaps her fingers like that. She says, get it going. Let's go. I got to go live and give this breaking news. Now, I'll be the judge of how breaking it is. But today we do want to talk about what is this obvious clue in Netflix that Justin talked about in his recent Q&A. We hope everybody's doing good on a Saturday. All the kids were in the pool. I'm about to grill some hamburgers, so we can't be here all day. K-Pro.
Oh, we can, but we won't.
But we won't.
So here's what we're going to do.
Yes.
Going to go over a PowerPoint. Yes, I have a PowerPoint. I have a PowerPoint. Some of you in Discord already know a lot of this. Some of you don't. Some of you will want to discuss it after. I already prepped dinner, so I only have to do a little bit more after, and I will listen for a little bit, but everybody goes, because right now what Justin is basically telling us is there's a puzzle you haven't found yet. So there's going to be discussion on what is the puzzle. We're not going to go into solutions until we reach consensus, which I'm sure will happen. I'm going to be presenting the top 5 alternatives that PowerPoint, or I go wacko. I'm wacko without my PowerPoint, Mike.
There is PowerPoint involved here, people, to make it clear and concise. So that's a good thing. So welcome, everybody. We hope you subscribe. It's free. You hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell. You'll be notified whenever we go live. Just like today. We didn't plan on going live this morning. K-Pro got some breaking news and said, let's go. So if you subscribe, you'll be notified whenever we do go live, and it's free. And we're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We just hit 9,450, I believe. Okay, PowerPoint. Should we get right to it, K-Pro? Anything?
Yes, Emma's here. She's on call, but we're here with her. See what's happening? She probably has a little earbud in and is like, oh, I wonder if she's going to go oh, when she sees the ahas in this PowerPoint. Let's just see, Mike.
How'd it go? Okay. All right, everybody, here we go. And there's going to be a poll in the chat, I understand. So we'll get to that. All right. So in case you didn't understand what we're talking about the obvious Netflix super secret clue, which to Justin seems so obvious, but to us, we don't know. All right. Being me today, that's a new one. Welcome. Oh, no, it's not. I've seen you before. It's a $10 super chat. Need that sidekick PowerPoint. I get it. That's a good one.
Sidekick. That's stuck. I'm Mike's sidekick.
Okay. You can't miss the good stuff. All right. And then I accidentally hit that. Okay. My house has been invaded by 4, 6, and 8-year-olds, so I haven't been on Discord because I was on Roblox. I get it. All right.
Yeah, you know what happens when everybody has all their friends over and everyone's over? We have 5 boys. They're so loud. I lock myself in the office.
I have teenagers, so at least I got out in the pool.
Yes.
Okay. We ready? We can jump right in.
Yes. Do it.
Thumbs up for K-Pro's PowerPoint, everybody. So
everybody thumbs up right now.
What are these super secret? Obvious. How can it be secret and obvious at the same time? But we'll go.
And some people might not even know there was a Q&A because it's kind of secret to us because, like they said in Dylan, we go to Justin's website. Where do we find the stuff that you're talking about? And I told everybody there, Cowlazars, either Discord or YouTube. But for those of you that have been on another planet or maybe just joining us for the first time today, there was a Q&A a week ago now, a week ago, almost exactly right now.
Yeah.
And Justin was asked the question, and I'm not going to go over exact wording. We'll worry about that later. But how many clues are in Netflix? And he said the answer was 5 clues, about 5 clues, standalone clues. He took a minute. And then he said there are 2 obvious clues that he has not seen anyone talking about. And he said one of them in particular, Justin's not in the scene. He hasn't seen it discussed everywhere. And it's obvious. Like, is he being punked? Obvious. Why did you take that down?
Because you're talking. All right.
Well, I'm reading though.
I was adjusting my webcam as well.
Okay, you can take this down because I do what. So he's saying he's not in the scene. Here's a question for you, Mike. If
Yes.
Justin's hands are in the scene, but not himself, his hands.
Jazz hands? Yeah. What?
Jazz hands. His
So
jazz hands?
I know what you're going to ask. It's a good question. So you say you teed it up, right? You told everybody just now what Justin said at the Q&A, right?
Yeah.
I should have got something to drink. Okay, so he says it's a scene I'm not in, but if Justin's hand is in it, I would want to say no. If his hand's in it, he's in it. So I lean toward no. It's a scene that he is not in at all. But
okay, then one of these are going to be ruled out mighty quick. So we will see if you guys agree. Yeah, if Mike says no, rule it out. We'll get to that in a minute. So we're going to go now. Okay, just keep going with the power. I don't even
they weren't his hands. That's funny, Kid Medina. All right.
Okay. Wrong. Moo, she says wrong. Mike's wrong. Hands count. Hands count. Well, right. Okay. So I'm hoping by the end of this, I'm going to ask you all to follow along, and you guys are going to think about which one is your favorite. So we're looking for something obvious. Justin thought he was getting punked that nobody's actually has not been talking about this obvious clue. By the end, we have 5. By the end, I'm going to ask all of you on a poll. Let's reach some consensus. Which one do we think Justin's talking about? Now, he did say 2. Now, does that mean that the other one he is in? I don't know. I won't even go there. We're focusing on this first one. Mike, bring the PowerPoint up. Good, sir.
All right, here we go. Okay.
Okay, next.
Episode slide. 2 or 3, right? You said episode 2 or 3.
2 or 3, yes. So these are I'm not going to take credit for any of this. I just picked up other people's information. Okay. Now, some people are saying Justin's such a liar, though, because if he's not in the scene, he didn't have content control. Here's how I see it, so he's not a liar. Justin has stated he did not have content control on Netflix, but there's certain things that the team filmed that he had to know was going to be included. Let me give you an example. At the very end of 3, he is standing there and he's like, oh, by the way, guys, I'm doing a treasure hunt and I've been betting clues. He had to know that scene was going to be included, right? Right, Mike? Right.
He also said I had some control over what he's talking about. This particular clue, he said I had some control. But go ahead.
Right. But content control is different. Content control is include this, include that. I'm trying to say why Justin's not a liar. You're trying to call him a liar. I get it. You don't have issues.
I think there's a difference between editing and control. I think he had control of what they filmed in his house. They happened to put it in. The editor happened to put it in. To me, those are 2 separate things in my purview.
Yeah, but so my point, and let's see if I can convey it to you, Mike. My point is there are certain scenes that he had to know or had a lot higher likelihood. If he's sitting there telling his Forrest Fenn journey story, they might clip the crap out of that, right? But would you agree, for example, the treasure chest money shots that they show, his new treasure in the Saddleback box was probably going to be included. He had a high confidence level.
Yes.
Thank you. That's my only point.
That's one they're going to put in. It's him with the treasure. Yeah. Right.
So this is a review of, we're looking for the puzzle, basically. What is the clue? Not necessarily what exactly does it mean, because step 1 is find the puzzle or clue. Step 2 is solve the puzzle or clue. So we're only doing step 1. I put a little bit of conjecture in what could a solution mean, but we haven't even reached consensus on step 1. And that's why I need all of you. Next slide, good sir.
Is that Justin's hand? Yeah. The iron pipe. All right. What is this? This is new.
Next slide.
Next slide.
This is not new. This is in.
Okay, go. New to me.
So there's a spot where Justin opens the book.
TTOTT.
And he taps 3 times on this. I wish I had the video. I couldn't get it embedded. It kept crashing. He actually taps 3 times, Mike. 3 is the magic number. He taps. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm. He taps on here. Okay. So he's pointing out this picture out of all of them. Is that what you think?
Yes. And the label of that picture is the water water hole. And there is an iron pipe. It's actually just where his finger is. Exactly. Now, I'm just going to throw in, if this is one that you think may be a clue, think about it. It's your first candidate. Think of it. And then you're going to start judging which one do you think's better.
What does this say? What's the caption under his finger? Do we know? Because it's there, obviously. It's just.
No, it's above, I thought. I don't know. Where's
yeah, you're right. Right here. Look, water hole. Well, it says the kid. Is that him? Is that Forrest Fenn as a kid?
Yes.
Yeah, it says June and father. I wonder if it says Forrest, but you're right. It does say water hole. There it is. The hole in the poem. Could it be a water hole?
So what I think
Right?
possibly,
Right.
if you study the lyrics of the song that Justin wrote, it says your compass, my compass breaks and spins. And I believe, did you know that if your compass gets too close to an iron or
Yeah.
mine or iron spot, it
Right.
starts to spin. Did you know there's a spot on the scenic byway in Montana? There's actually 3 spots in Montana, but the scenic byway in Montana that your compass will not work and it will spin. Did you know that, Mike?
Yes. No, I did not, but I believe it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay. That's number 1. Breaking news. Mike is so
Okay.
excited I can hardly handle it.
Well, you're saying just because he taps it 3 times, or you think just because he points to it? Is that
I'm saying one of the candidates
right?
is where he taps it 3 times.
And this is a pipe that he's standing next, the forest is standing next to. Is that why you're
Yes,
saying iron
iron
pipe?
pipe. Yeah.
Okay. I say but okay. Let's see what
Okay.
else you got. But that is a possible clue. But because his hand's in it, I don't think this is the one he's referring
If
to.
Mike says no, rule it out. Okay, keep going.
My opinion. The lobster coin. Now, I did not catch this. This is a lobster right here.
Yes.
Lobster
Go to the
claws.
next. Go to the next
Krusty
one.
Krab, obviously SpongeBob.
And it's actually in a couple of the shots, and it's in the shots where literally he is not in at all. So this fits your criteria.
Right.
And it's in the treasure chest. So I think Justin had a pretty high confidence level. So I put it as that's what I mean by must include. Now, this one, possible meaning, he adds in this shrimp chapter and he called the shrimp crustaceans quite a bit. Do you know what a lobster is, Mike?
Yes, it's a crustacean.
Right. So could this be a reference to there is a hint? Because remember, the Netflix clues take you to the clues in the book. So do you think he's saying, which is kind of obvious now because of the audiobook, that he added in this new chapter and he said checkpoint, blah, blah, blah. But also someone said that this is a 2018 coin and that was the year Grandpa Fitzwater passed away. Okay. Possible?
I like this one. I like this one because of the shrimp chapter. Yes, I like this one as a possible.
Okay, so you have ranked number 2 as first and the other one is
So far, I like this one. I don't like the other one. And let me just take a time out to do a plug. And no, they're not paying us. So I just said I ordered Amnesia in the chat. And somebody's like, how? It's not up yet. Quill and Compass just emailed everybody on their list to say the book is on Amnesia. The book is called Amnesia. It's on Amazon. You can order it right now. There's the link to the Amazon order. It is a virtual treasure hunt. You do not have to go boots on the ground. Like $1,000 prize worth of goodies. There it is. Sorry, I was just going back and forth with somebody in chat, but it is available to order today as of right now.
Okay, thank you. Let's keep going.
One. Yeah, I like this one.
Number 3.
Number 3. That's a magic number. What is this? Oh, yeah. See, now, where is this in the big picture?
So look over on the right. It's up, there.
Right
down.
Here?
Yes.
On the side or on the tire side?
Okay, go to the next slide. Go to the next slide.
So you guys can see it's very faint, but there is a 42 drawn in dust right here, right? In the dust?
Yes.
Okay, interesting. Right there. And that is the actual tailgate? Or the tailgate?
The brake light.
That's the brake light. Okay, that's the brake light. Fits.
So this one, I'm going to say fits the criteria. He's not in the picture. And this one is obviously placed. This is not by accident. He has a 4 and a 2. It's as plain as day. Oh my gosh. What do you think? What do you think before we go into what it could possibly mean?
I'm going to page 42 in the book right now.
Oh, yeah.
And page 42 is that picture, that illustration right there, everybody. Now, a lot of people have said, why are the raccoons behind the tree when he wiped out on his bike? But yeah, that is interesting. But could it be as simple as go to page 42? And that means the illustrations are important. Maybe. I mean, I could see him doing that. So I like that one as well. Obviously, 42 is there. It's intentional.
And those of you guys that don't know, about 20 years ago, I owned a big old Doberman, and his name was Zaphod Beeblebrock. So the reference could be Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which 42 is the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything. Could be a mile marker since it's one on top of the other. Could be a highway. Could be a GPS latitude. We just don't know.
So, Hooli, page 42 is the illustration. There are no numbers. I mean, I haven't looked at it carefully. But in that chapter, the concrete kiss, maybe it just means the chapter is important. because it does open on an illustration, that I think it could mean, hey, the illustrations have some clues in them. It's just that simple. A simple hint to what to look for in the book. All right, I like it. I like this one probably more than I like the lobster one, but they're both pretty good.
Okay, because everybody at the end, you're going to vote for the one that you like the most.
You're going to vote, and we're going to obviously come up with the winner based on which one's most popular. Okay. Next, the FF coin slab. Let me just give a brief.
No. Next slide. I have a slide that gives the introduction.
Okay. All right. Go.
You can do it if you want, but I just bring up.
Okay. The Forest Fenn coins were graded and slabbed by NCG. NCG is a very famous coin grading company. Anytime you see this picture, that means it was from the Forest Fenn treasure. Just for everybody who doesn't know, who maybe wasn't involved in the Forest Fenn hunt, this is a picture of the Forest Fenn treasure. This is how NCG graded. Every piece that's graded has the same logo, you could say, and then it has the title. It says Forest Fenn's treasure. It says the grade of the piece. But Montana's state map was placed on the slab. Huge controversy and questions as to why, since the Forest Fenn chest was found in Wyoming. Now, Justin Posey and the LLC that he formed was the buyer. The slab will be included as a must include somewhere in the Netflix series. So now,
because this money shot is going to be in Netflix.
Did you get the screenshot from Netflix or you did not?
Yeah, keep it. Next slide.
That's what I'm asking. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling.
So this is a close-up of it, okay? Every single graded item from Forest Fenn's treasure has a picture of the treasure chest. It says Fenn's treasure chest. Whatever the item is, a gold coin, gold dust, gold nugget, 3 grams, the weight. This is the number you can look up on NCG's website to make sure it's legit. And it sends Fenn's treasure chest. Now, you can't really make it out, but it's like a watermark.
Oh, wait. Just wait. Next slide.
Okay. Oh, yeah. So there we go.
I just gave, this is actually several times throughout different scenes. So, and then I'm going to actually show you, and it's going to overlay on a map, but go ahead.
So this, you can't really tell. And that's my problem with this one. Now, here's the question. Do we know, K-Pro, and Justin can clarify this himself, but do you know if Justin required NCG to put that on there when he bought the Forest Fenn treasure chest? That's really what it boils down to.
I swear to God, guys, I did not have him look at the slides. We have a slide coming up that will discuss that, Mike.
Okay. All right. Because that's really the question is why, even back then we were like, why is there a map of Montana on here when the treasure was found in Wyoming?
Yeah, everybody had questions. So if you see the darker, the darkness, that's the slab. And if you look behind it, there's the actual map. They overlay.
And does it match exactly? You're saying it's an exact
map? Exactly. It's an exact match.
So Great Falls is on the coin slab, Glasgow, Lewiston, Billings, Hardin, Bozeman, Butte.
So where do you think maybe like Polaris and the Scenic Byway is, Mike? Next slide.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't see them here, which could be a problem. Right. It's just not labeled, but it's right here, correct. Polaris?
Correct.
So you're saying beyond the map's edge, could be a play on words. It's actually the map that is on the slabs of the Forest Fenn's graded items. So it's not beyond the map's edge of the map on the website or the map in the book. It's beyond the map's edge of some of the items that are in Justin's treasure chest. And we know Justin spent so much time on the Forest Fenn hunt. I really like this one. Here's the question, Justin. If you're watching, why is the map of Montana on the slab? Why did you do it way back then?
Well, he was asked that, Mike. So let's go to the next slide.
Well, I'm playing devil's advocate.
Okay. So back in August of 2023, when Justin was announced to be buying the treasure chest with an LLC. Now, he did try to buy it the year before. There was a whole entity situation. We don't care about that, but that'll become important to this answer. Now, isn't it funny to look back on the AMA and look what he put during that AMA? This is well before we knew there was a treasure hunt period. Look, read the one on the left.
Okay. Show the chest next to a 3-legged dog dancing to salsa music while juggling. But why did he put that there?
Isn't it funny that we have a 3-legged leg of 3?
I just think 3 is in the poem. Yeah, I get it.
Is he talking about the statue? This is more just interesting little banter. And he changed his screen name. If you guys, at the time in 2023, he was extemporizer. If you scramble that, it's X meteor prize. See, the meteor is in the but that one doesn't matter. Read the thing on the right, and at first, hold on. I know I'm killing you. I get it. At first, you're going to think this means no, and I'm going to explain to you why yes. But go ahead.
Somebody asked the question. Oh, I actually just thought of a question. The slab labels with Montana on them has been a subject of debate. Do you know who chose the labels, or did that happen before the chest came into LLC possession? Justin, who it was extemporizer back then, so this is Justin responding, said, great question. Those were designed before the LLC became involved. I know the design was done in collaboration with NGC. I don't know if Jack had input on the design or not. So Justin is saying he did. It's not him.
Incorrect. Wrong.
That's not what he just said right there.
You are wrong.
I know the design was done in collaboration with NGC. I don't know if Jack had input or not. So you're saying he didn't answer the question that he was.
So here is how I interpret the answer. And now I'm starting to realize, kind of like a mile where the treasure is at, and now he's saying he can't say. He's sneaky with his answer and words. Those were designed before the LLC became involved. Right. Justin made an offer as just an entity.
Right.
That fell through, and a year later, the LLC was formed to actually purchase it. If it was a complete answer, he would have said, but I did it back. So it's technically correct. Those were designed before the LLC became involved, because they didn't become involved until 2023. In 2022, when he was buying it, that's when he had NCG put Montana on the slab. Next sentence. I know the design was done in collaboration with NCG. Okay. He knows the design was done. How does he know that? He was involved. How does he know that? Last part. I don't know if Jack had input on the design or not. Okay.
Right. And yeah, that's not answering the question. I get it. One Chad Bird with a $10 super chat says, also beyond the map's edge is Wyoming and Yellowstone National Park. Because as we know, some people think it is in Yellowstone National Park. So I'm just going to say this, Justin, can you clarify? It would be real simple.
Yeah,
what?
Maybe he'll clarify everything and then clarify his clarifications, etc. I think we actually have to do. Why doesn't he just give us the solution and see who can get there first? In my opinion, the slab is a good one. And if it's the slab, why we all wondered at the time, why was the slab put of Montana? Doesn't it make some sense now? If the chest is in Montana, if his treasure is in Montana.
Oh, in other words, Justin had the foresight way back then that he was going to do a treasure chest, that he was going to hide it in Montana, and he wanted the map of Montana on the Forest Fenn slabs.
Well, the reason I say that is because, do you remember in the New Yorker, which was in 2020 article that they based Netflix on, he had already said he's going to do a treasure hunt. Right? This is 2023. He knew it was already hidden by that time. By the time he made that comment, his chest was, or his container was already hidden.
But what about when the slabs were made? That's the question. I guess we don't know when the slabs were made. The auction happened in what year? Roughly
2022.
So a year before.
Yes.
All right.
And Justin was the buyer. Jack didn't care how it was going to be slabbed. Why Montana? Why was Forest Fenn's treasure slabbed Montana? Justin says he knows it was a collaboration. Justin said, well, the LLC wasn't involved. Right. The year before when you were buying it by yourself.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. That could be a lawyer answer where it's actually is him, but he didn't answer it that way. So you're right. He didn't actually come out.
I'm just throwing this in as a possibility. I'm fighting for each one of these as the possibility. I'm not saying this is it. This is the one. You guys are going to vote in a minute. And everybody who isn't searching in Montana is going, nope, this isn't one. Rule it out. Which I get it. You guys are, yeah.
So Colt Cash says, but he literally said no Forest Fenn knowledge is needed. And that's let me bring that.
You don't need Forest Fenn knowledge.
That was just about the point I was going to make. Do you have another screenshot from Netflix, or was that it?
I think that's it. I think we're going on to the next one.
So the question is, when somebody watches Netflix and they see this, can they tell that this is Montana? That's the real issue I have. I don't think most people are realizing that looks like Montana, or that the background, the watermark, unless there's one it kind of zoomed up, it's zoomed in on.
Oh, there is.
Yeah, is there? Okay. Then maybe. All right. It's interesting, though. It is interesting that right beyond the map that's on the slab is where Wisdom and Polaris is. Is this here, you're saying?
Yes.
All right. Well, I like it. I don't know.
It's obviously not your favorite. Okay.
Yeah.
Last one. This is number 5.
The gold bar.
The gold bar. Next slide. Did you know that you can customize? I thought that was a stamp from the, I don't know, gold mining place in the treasury or whoever. And it's kind of a must clue because it's in that money shot. And here's your code, Mike. Here's your cipher. Take care of it. Get to it. What do you think?
Yes, I'm sure you can have anything you want on a piece of gold. What is this? Is this a watch? Or is
That's
this
the bar. No, it's the bar.
Oh, it's a bar. I see. Right.
Go back one. Go back one.
That bar. Oh, I see. The bar that's right in the middle of the dragon bracelet.
Right.
I see. So you think the number right here in the middle could mean something?
I think some people believe that.
So usually that number is so you can look up where it was created, right? So some of you internet sleuths out there should try and look up where this bar is. Right there might be the maker, Assayer Fondeur. I mean, it sounds like French to me. Sure, I pronounced it wrong. But
well,
look,
and I'm telling you, none of these are mine. These are just the ones that hit my top 5.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. And some of you are saying in chat, I can't believe they're not going over the clock. I can't believe they're not going over the safe lock.
Right.
Justin said it's something he hasn't seen discussed. If you aren't on our Discord or you haven't ever watched our YouTube, we have talked about the lock and the lock and the clocks have been discussed ad nauseum. So they are not criterias for this list. We're trying to figure out the 2 that he has not seen discussed.
Did he say there were 2?
Yes.
Okay. So he said there's 2 that nobody's talking about. So obviously we know him moving the clock is a hint or a clue. Obviously, we know the numbers on the combo lock is GPS. That's a hint or clue. And obviously, remember the Tucker statue and that egg thing switching? That's probably a clue, too. And also the lock that's there in some scenes and not there in other. So there's 4 that we think are clues, but we've been talking about those. We're trying to find the 2 we have not been talking about. And that's why K-Pro put together this awesome PowerPoint. Now, we're going to vote, everybody. You get to vote in the YouTube chat.
Okay, go to the next one.
On what you think. All right. So we have the iron pipe.
Wait.
Go ahead.
So there's 5 here, and our poll is only going to allow 4. So I'm going to let Mike, since he runs everything and I'm just the sidekick, Mike gets to rule out his least favorite, and you guys can weigh in if you want. And what we're going to do is put up a poll of the 4 remaining. And I want you to vote for the one that you think Justin could be referring to. Which one did you like best here? Go ahead, Mike. Which one are you ruling out? I'm assuming it's number 1 because his hands are in it and you didn't like it anyway. Yeah,
I'm going to rule out number 1.
So we're putting a poll up, and it'll be Lobster coin, Beast 42, Forest Fence slab coin, or gold bar. Out of those 4, if you had to pick one and only one, we know there's 2, but if you had to pick one and only, you must return TTI voice chat. I didn't know it was gone. Anyway,
well, if it's gone, we'll put it back, Alex. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. It was there yesterday.
Away on purpose, so we'll put it back.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Right. This is the question for the poll, K-Pro. Which clue is the obvious one Justin refers to? Is that good for you?
Yeah, in Q&A. But yeah, everybody knows. They're here. They know.
There's the poll. Go view. Go vote. And while you're doing that, thumbs up the video. And one Chad Bird. I think you were missing from the list the 3 hills on the back of his truck, which look very familiar to the hills at this GPS coordinate. So the back of the truck is part of the topo design is 3 hills. Is that what you're saying, Chad Bird? But he's in that scene, isn't he? Or no? Maybe they just show the truck by itself.
No, that's the same truck as the other one. Could be, possibly. Okay, so Mike, can you give your favorite and I will give my favorite, and then we will look
at none of them. I like it. That's not an option. Sorry. You got to pick one. All right. Yeah, some people don't. If your option is none of them, then don't vote. Okay, then there's not enough options for me to add it, so I couldn't. All right.
Okay, hold on. I just got an interesting.
The 2 things that no one talked about previously was the finger tapping, which we have in here, breaking news, and the attorney's desk. Everything else has been discussed before. I don't think Justin is setting something up on Carl Sumner's desk, so I would rule out.
I've been tasked with contacting Carl. I will try to get clarification.
If I can't ask Justin to clarify, you can't contact Carl. That's just how it works. Sorry.
And you think you get that control over me? Okay, right. Mike, if you were to pick one, which one would you pick?
Mushi. I removed number 1 because his finger is the iron pipe. His finger's there, and he said he wasn't in it, so I took it out. Sorry. For me, let's see. All right, Bavetta says, how about the random map he packed in his truck and took out at 9 Mile Hole for no apparent reason? Well, can you see the map? I mean, can you see where what the map
It's
is.
a map of northern Wyoming. It actually goes into Canada. We've
Well, now
discussed
we have
that
two-
ad nauseum.
And this is the problem, Justin.
But we've discussed that.
This is the problem, Justin. I'm sure you're going to watch this at some point. If you're not watching now, what's obvious to you is not obvious to us. And we are seeing all these little minute details that are possible clues. We can't find the one that you think is so obvious. Okay. So for me, for number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, gold bar is a negative. I would have put in iron pipe instead of gold bar if I would have thought about it. I don't think the serial number on the gold bar means anything. Just my opinion. I like, drum roll, I like the 42. I like number 3. I like the beast, the number 42 in the bumper or the tail light in dusk. Almost sounds like the Karen Reed trial. And the tail light, I like the 42. I like that it takes you to an illustration that has raccoons. And as far as I know, the raccoons are not in that story, but I could be wrong on that one. So I like number 3. What do you like, K-Pro?
Well, I like 2 of them. I like 42 because it's just interesting. I like basically, okay, only 94 of you have voted. Please go in and click and vote because I want to get a good representation. There's only 94, 95, and there's 276 people in here. So I'm kind of caught. The lobster coin's interesting, and so is the gold bar, but how to apply them, and he's saying it's so obvious. So to me, the beast one is intentional, so then it's obvious. And then the force Fenn slab, it sure does make a lot of sense why everyone was asking, why would he put Montana? Why would he? So I'm caught between basically the first and the last. So
iron, what, a lobster coin and gold bar?
No, I'm sorry. Beast is getting the most votes. Yeah. Force Fenn slab is getting almost the least votes. And those are the 2 that I'm kind of.
The problem is the force Fenn slab. I don't think anybody's going to realize it just by watching Netflix. If he would have pointed it out or if somebody would have talked about it, but it's just hard to see. But somebody said I never caught the 42 in the tailgate. That's hard to see too. You could miss it. So, and Justin says it's obvious. So I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. Now somebody said Rat Racer, K-Pro, something to keep in mind, and we haven't talked about this, is when are we going to do shows on the illustrations and beyond the map's edge? So we are going to do a show on the illustrations. We'll get there. We'll get to it. Okay. Because I think the illustrations are important and I think they have clues of some kind.
Oh, I do too. Oh,
that's your mouth. All right. We'll get to that, everybody. Might be breaking news next week. You never know, but we'll see. We'll talk about that. I like the slab. It was also shot inside his home, which he specified previously that he set up things in his home. That's true. The other ones are not in his home, although the Forrest Fenn book might have been when he tapped. That could have been in his home. Explain the significance of the lobster coin. Explain it one more time. Because Joel McBee in 1932 didn't get it the first time.
So the lobster coin, I will say the significance is that it was in front of the ore. It was in front of the dragon bracelet. It was in front of one of the Forrest Fenn slab coins in 3 different scenes. So it's kind of like, hey guys, look, hey guys, look, hey guys, look. And there was an entire discussion. I didn't come up with this. I just thought it was a good one. There was an entire discussion about that in Discord about what could it mean. So could it mean and have reference to the shrimp chapter, which we know he's telling us that you have to go boots on the ground for the checkpoint. Is it? I don't know how to apply it yet. That's step 2. And then we're going to go in and have a bigger discussion because I'm not that smart, guys. And I got to go cook dinner. But we're just trying to figure out which one is it.
Did Justin say it was in episode 2 or 3? In the Q&A, which you can see on the Cowlazars channel and you can see on Hunt With Us's channel. You should be subscribed to both. Yes, he said he believes he's trying to remember. He says it's an obvious clue. Nobody's talking about it. And I'm not in it. It's in episode 2 or 3. That's what he said, 2 or 3. Wish it would have been nice if he could have narrowed it down to which one, but he did not. That's it.
He has a multi-million-dollar treasure hunt 3 months in, and Mike's like, you got to clarify, Justin. How many more clarifications, interviews, information?
Well, I'm asking him to clarify because he mentioned it on Discord. He did answer the question on Discord. Can he clarify his answer? That's all. It's not like he's never brought it up. It's not like some super secret thing. He's talked about it before. So if he's like, I absolutely 100% had nothing to do with Montana on the coin, well, then we know it's not a clue. But then it becomes, well, then who did? Why is it there?
That we have our answer, for crying out loud.
So you think he did. And it would make sense if his treasure is in Montana and Justin had the foresight. He's a smart guy. If he had the foresight to set that up ahead of time, knowing he's going to rehide something in Montana, it makes sense. It makes sense. The illustration on page 42 has a clear clue. Rat Racer 2020.
Come on, Rat Racer, give it up.
What is it? Yeah, email me.
Give it up, you little rat. Come on. 42, hold on. I'm turning to it. Okay, now you have to say it.
It's because Montana. Oh, all right. Well, there you go. Daniel 12.4 Ministry says it's because Montana's a treasure state.
Right.
Which it is. It's its nickname. So that's why it's on the treasure coin. Maybe that's the reason. I don't know.
What's
but it was found in Wyoming. So what's
I think it could be a mile marker. It could be a GPS. It could be, I don't know what it could be. I just think it's a good candidate. Right. Okay, what's the obvious clue? The golf?
All right, let's go to the poll. We only have 120 people voting, everybody. And we only have 62 thumbs up, guys. Thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel.
NCG's call, which is incorrect. They just don't come up with whatever they want. They come.
Here's
you have
what
300 points. Oh, go ahead.
No, somebody should call NCG and find out.
They did.
And
they can call them 3 years later and see if they get a different answer.
What was the answer?
That is at the discretion of the people that we are grading this for.
So they grade it for Jack. I'm assuming Jack was the owner when they were graded.
I don't know. Call and see.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Jack, you should put a Medium article out and tell everybody why that was there.
He's not allowed to.
Where's the pic of Justin on the rock behind Cowlazars? Oh, right there. That's him. And oh, you mean where is this pic from? This was the article. This was the New York Times article. Benjamin Wallace article. Maybe it was in an article that was done on him. It's a pretty cool pic, right? That's why I grabbed it. Okay.
Ask my dog question. I don't know what that means.
So Daniel says it's a standard option of several offered by NGC. So nobody needs to call and find out. If that's true, you show me the website where it says when I slap something, I can pick that as an option. Because that would settle it right there, I think. All right. It is on many slab treasure coins, K-Pro, not just Jack.
On all of them, Captain Obvious.
No, you mean other treasure hunts. You're talking about other coins, not just Forrest Fenn.
Treasure coin. What other treasure coins on there? Wait a minute.
Show
me one that uses that. Yeah, show me one.
Yeah,
okay.
Daniel, if that's your real name, show us one. All right. Okay. Here's a question. Did Justin know what would be on page 42 of his book when the doc was being filmed? That's a good question, too. I thought they were scrambling to edit the book before the doc was being released.
I think Justin having entire full control of his book, if he wanted 42 to be important and have something on 42, he's the only one in control. Full control is totally up to him. He can make it happen.
Yeah, he could have, even if the book was all put together, he said, okay, 42 is going to be this illustration and make a change. So, yeah.
Exactly.
Good. All I sue. That's a good point, though. That's a good point. All right. Daniel says shipwreck treasure. There's other treasure. Shipwreck. So find a shipwreck treasure coin that has the Montana bookmark or watermark on it, please, and email me at cowlazars@gmail.com, and we can put it to rest maybe once and for all. All right. Well, now we've learned something today, haven't we, people, on this Saturday? Why do I keep thinking it's Sunday? It is Saturday. Okay. Okay, so let's go to the poll. You've had your time to vote. We have 123 people voted. What clue is the obvious one Justin refers to? Let me end the poll. You can see the results right there. Right there. Give it a minute. It'll come up.
Yeah, it's up.
I don't see it.
I do.
Oh, there we go. We're coming in at 52% is the Beast of 42. The gold bar is 19%. The lobster coin's 14%. And the Forrest Fenn slab is only 13%, K-Bro. Guess that means you're wrong. All right. Well, thank you for all 123 people.
Let me be clear. I was putting all 5 up as possibilities, and I advocated for every one of them. Some of them were a little bit harder to advocate for, like you said on the first one with the finger and his hand then, etc. I'm not right or wrong because these aren't mine.
You're right. People sent it. You're just compiling the data. I get it. And David RR 4 p.m. is right. It's just an assumption that if the 42 is a clue, that it means the page in the book.
Just an idea.
It means something else. Right.
Because here's what happens. If people throw out ideas and Mike just turns and goes, "You're wrong," no one's going to want to share ideas. So everyone needs to Open their mind. Think of Harry Potter, guys. Open your mind. That's what they need to do, Mike, including you. And because if you're nasty and negative and just not good and saying, no, you're wrong, no one's going to want to share, Mike.
Oh, what about the raccoon clock? We didn't make it your PowerPoint, K-Pro. So the Hearst brothers. So let me ask you this, K-Pro, see if you have any inside knowledge. The Hearst brothers were interviewed in a cabin, which some people are saying is Justin's cabin in Montana. And on the wall, there is a clock that has raccoons on it. Do we know if that's in Justin's cabin?
Yes, we do.
We know that the Hearsts were interviewed in Justin's cabin.
We know that, and we know the answer is no.
What's the answer? No.
The Hearsts have never been to Justin's cabin, is what I was told. So this was discussed in Speakeasy last night.
Okay.
I don't have Justin on speed dial, but I do have Cynthia. And I said, did the Hearsts come with you? And she said, no. So Netflix put Justin, Cynthia, Amy, and Matt up for the summer, like 6 weeks in West Yellowstone.
Mm-hmm.
And they were they were the Nookers. They did the same thing with the Hearst where they were searching near Cody. Okay. And that was that place. They rented.
So could it be a coincidence that the clock has got raccoons in it and that Justin's raccoons in Justin's books are a clue? It's possible. And then he's like, hey, I see an obvious clue in there.
So the two.
I'm not in. Go ahead.
So the two honeydews I was given last night is, can I text Carl and can I text her? I know her senior. I know Carl. I was going to text both of them and say, did you stage that? I can tell you the one thing for sure. Carl's office where he has the Abraham Lincoln back here, that was in his office years before. I've been in Carl's office for years. In 2018, 19 was the earliest, and that was there, and he told me all about it. Forrest gave it to him, blah, blah, blah.
So there's Cynthia in the chat. She says, the Hearst never filmed with me, Justin, or Carl, etc.
Right.
So that cabin just happens to have a clock with raccoons on it, and those raccoons just happen to be in Justin's book. What a coincidence.
So I am going to contact her senior and say, do you know if there was any discussion about that? Is it just a coincidence? Do you know where Justin's treasure is? Because do you have a pet raccoon? I'm going to ask all the questions.
Well, Lord Dagnew says, why don't you guys like the motel at the 28-minute mark on episode 2? Is that the Dude Motel? I don't know what the hotel is. It looks like a super clue, out of place, and Justin is not in the scene. That's the problem. There are so many things in Netflix that we can pick and pull apart. When Justin says it's obvious, it's not. Not to me, anyway. I wish it was, but it's not. And there it is. So you think 42 is 4 and 2, not 42. Could mean something else. Just 4.
Because 4 is on top and 2 is at the bottom. Yeah.
Right. 4, 2, 4, 2. Again, the obvious clue that we don't know what to do with it. Chapter 42, the Grizzly Gathering.
So the closest we got is half of the room thinks that 42 clue is something. It does seem intentional.
Chapter
Is it a thing? Is it a thing? I don't know, guys. I'm just saying that those are the candidates. You guys get to decide, and only look at that.
There is no chapter 42, guys, on page 42. There's just the concrete kiss is page 41. Now you could count. I guess you could count and say, what's the 42nd chapter? He said it's the Grizzly Gathering, but I don't know. Yeah, there's different ways you could take it, for sure. Yeah, the solution to the poem is probably super obvious to Justin, too. Yeah, that's true, Neo knew. That is very true. All right. Justin was not in Santa Fe or Carl's when Netflix filmed Carl. I was there and visited Carl after his interview was finished. So rule out Carl's desk. I don't think that is anything.
So the cool part is, Cynthia, you've got to come into Speakeasy and we need to discuss more because you can help. She's the behind the scenes Netflix person. I just have to ask her and then I come in and tell you guys, we got to get it from the source. She will bring it. She has to be in there for 4 hours tonight, the whole night. I'm just kidding. But if she can pop in, that's what we need to do. And I'm sorry, I completely missed chat totally tonight. And I will go in and listen. I need to go cook these crazy guys dinner. My daughter moved out. It's all men. It's me against all these men and boys.
That's right. Eric says, can you see the 42 without zooming in? Can you see it? Can you notice it just watching Netflix on TV? I don't know the answer.
Someone did.
Yeah, someone caught it, but are they going second by second? I don't know. Because that's not super obvious if you have to like zoom in and catch it and all that. So I have no idea what the clue is. How about that? But yes, we are going to do a show on the illustrations. We'll get to that. Are we doing a show Monday, K-Pro? Because I'm going to be down there, and are you going to be down there, or are you going to be somewhere?
Oh, we're doing a show. We're doing a show Monday.
Okay, so they wanted to know, are we going to do another rando roundtable?
Rando roundtable. Can you get everybody in, and is that an issue? And be able to play the audio from the room?
I'll be on a laptop. I can get everybody in. You probably have to play the audio or whatever. But if we need to, maybe we don't need to play the audio. We just read it, say it, and talk about it. Yeah, I don't think we should do that Monday, in my opinion. Thursday.
Okay, I'm going to come up with some other breaking news by Monday, and we will deliver. I can tell you, by the end of July, there's going to be some big breaking news of, I think some people have been holding on to stuff, and they're waiting to get out one more time, and then they're willing to share some stuff.
By the end of July, what is this all about?
I think in the next month, we are going to see some really big, I think some people are going, and then they are cutting loose, and they're ready to share some of their super secret information.
Tech clue, maybe?
I think it's going to be awesome.
All right. Okay, everybody, thank you for tuning in on this Saturday in June. It's 106 degrees out in Vegas, and I'm about to go grill on a barbecue. But that's okay. I'll jump in the pool if I need to. Thank you for tuning in. We hope everybody has a wonderful Saturday. We'll go live Monday with something. I think Thursday is going to be the next Searcher Roundtable. If you missed it, it was a lot of fun. Go check last Thursday show, Searcher Roundtable. They gave their opinions on Justin's answers in the Q&A. And 42nd president was William Jefferson Clinton.
Yeah, what Mike didn't tell you guys is earlier today, he kind of had a Charlie horse. He's like, let me go get in our spa. And then it's so hot, he can jump in our pool. And then, poor Mike, after his wife preps all the hamburgers, I got to put him on the grill. Oh, poor Mike.
And then we're going to do TTOKA discussion, open public discussion. It'll be a voice chat. There's an event for it in our Discord. If you don't know what TTOKA is, it's almost $1 million treasure hunt. Come jump in. 5 things in 5 states.
And guess what I heard? I hope he doesn't mind me saying, but I'm going to say it. He told me who the lead searcher was today.
Who did?
That creator of TTOKA, $1 million hunt.
Breaking news. Well, good luck. You better join the chat and tell them because they're going to be asking you now. It'll be interesting. We'll see if any of the
TTOKA. And I'm not lying. I'm not over dramatizing. He told me who he believes and why. Who's the lead searcher? And that Dark Vader, whatever. I got that solved.
We'll see if any of the TTOKA people watch this because I'm sure they'll bring it up.
Yeah, I got it solved. Dark Vader one, guys. I got it solved. I solved it.
Darth Vader. So we'll see everybody in the TTOKA chat in 10 minutes is when that starts, or we'll see you in the Beyond the Maps Edge chat later tonight. And yes, if the TTI chat was removed, I will put it back. Yeah, my leg. I've been waking up with these cramps in my calves. But
tell him the huge, awesome news. You have a really good doctor, and he's getting all of his work done. And do you want to tell him about what you have to do?
Yeah, the doctor wants to give me an EKG, which I've never had. And then I'm leaving, and the nurse goes, do you have hair on your chest? And I go, yeah, obviously, I'm a man. And she goes, well, you got to shave that for the EKG. She goes, you do it at home, or when you come here, we do it with a razor. And then she goes, you don't want me to do it with a razor. I'm not shaving my chest.
Yes, you are. No, you're not, honey. Honey, you're not. I am. And we can make it a contest. Give us the best design. Guys, he's not a little hairy. He is extremely hairy. He has a lot of okay, easy.
Like a Pillsbury Doughboy with a shave.
We need to make a contest, and there'll be a design. Maybe it'll be Beyond the Maps Edge. Maybe it'll be a picture of Bart. You don't know.
I don't think so. All right, people are wondering what the heck the chat is. Let me send you a link. Darn it. What did I just do? Let me send you a link to this chat.
We already did.
If you want it.
No, we already did.
In the chat?
Do it on film. Our people have spoken. An Axar! That's it. It's done. That's what we're doing. We're doing an Axar.
If Justin would give us some kind of a clue, I would then shave the Axar in my chest. Justin, if you're watching this, if you give us something, this is all.
Oh my gosh. Please,
Justin, I would.
Justin, I try to.
Bro. I will let K-Pro shave the Axar symbol on my chest.
Okay.
And it's going to grow back gray. That's the problem. I'm going to look like a gray wolf.
Justin, I don't ask for, I probably have asked for too much. Please, I need to see an exit. This will get more hits than the yogurt video, Mike. Some of you don't know what that means. Ags are Justin, please give us something, anything, pretend, make it up. I don't even care if it's true. Just give us something so Mike. Oh, this Ags are
Justin, don't. I don't actually need to do that, so don't. All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. We're having some fun. TTLK is another treasure hunt. The chat starts, the voice chat starts in 10 minutes. The link is right there if you guys want to join. We'll see you there. I'll be on the grill, but I'm going to have it up on my phone. So thank you to K-Pro for the PowerPoint and those 5 possibilities. We're just putting the information out there, guys. You make your own decision if you think any of those could be it. I got to rewatch when he taps on that and see what the voiceover was saying. Like, what were they talking about when he did that? All right. We'll see you next time. We'll see you Monday. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Have a good weekend.
I love you guys.
Bye.
Don't do it, Justin. Don't do it.